Hello everyone, welcome back to Succeders Global channel. My name is Karen and I'm here with
DMA.
okay. Today we'll be talking about a topic we've all felt, the heavy pressure of having it all figured out at a particular age, the choice of career, your relationship and having peace of mind all by a certain age. I think one of the major reasons why we feel pressured is because we've attached success to be achieved at specific ages. And the truth is, those timelines are cultural, not universal. Some people might be fulfilled at the age of 21, some 40, some 50. So having your life all figured out, even at the age of 40 or 50, is not a death sentence.
So I feel like most of these perspectives are mostly driven by some emotions, some hopes, and just that natural desire to just have that good life. So persons dreamers, for example, would just be like, at age 25, I want so and so settled. I should have made at least 10 million naira or my first million. I should have that dream job. They feel like life is like a checklist that you just go all through. Like that's how I mostly feel for this particular set of persons, these dreamers.
We were told to go to school, graduate, get a job, get married, make money. Like that's it. That's the life we're meant to live. But some people don't know that there's a lot to that. There's the healing journey, there's the failure journey, and there is also figuring it out. You plan something and then end up somewhere. I have a story. When I was like 8, 9, I had a book that I write how I want my life to go. Okay, by 20 years I should be done with my university, and then probably by 22 or 23.
Would you like to share how old you are now?
What?
Would you like to share how old you are now and what level you currently are?
I'm not going to share my age, but just know that
You still there school?
I am in school and I'm not yet 21 though, but hmm, I don't think I'll be able to graduate at
At that
the
20.
that 20 that I set for myself, and that's because there was a lot that happened, like 1 year gap year before entering university, and then choosing a course that you didn't want in the first place. So it's just a lot.
There's one thing aside those planned out style of life, like some persons normally give up on those styles. So there was this video I came across on Instagram. So this lady was like, it was a New Year period, and then what she was saying was, she's done with setting plans for the year. Like she was done over a decade ago. That she just comes into a new year fresh, beautiful, very positive, and then she just looks at how the month goes, and then she sees what are the prospects of achieving what she wants, and she just goes into it. I don't know. Like sometimes that uncertainty, I personally hate uncertainty. Like I think it was in my room, and then some of my mates were like, I know someone was calling me, and then it was an unknown number. I said honestly, I hate unknown numbers calling me because you honestly don't know who is talking. But then the guy next to me was like, people are praying for unknown numbers. You don't know whether it's your destiny helper that is calling. I just be like, 10M, send your account, and that's it. But then you knowing that this is coming, you plan for it. Like my father and faith always say, live ready. That's of God. You know what it means to for an opportunity to come to you, and then it is first impression, lasting impression. If you mess up, you have closed so many doors, and then you just have to get it right. Like that story is really that uncertainty. It's honestly so nice. It's not nice at all. But then there's also this kind of beauty in uncertainty where I don't know, you just walk into a room, you don't know what's happening next. they just keep these high hopes.
Personally, I feel there's a silent shame in saying I don't know, because most times you don't actually know what life has to offer.
True.
You write down a lot of achievements you want to, like a lot of goals you want to achieve, and then you just find out that okay, some are working and some are not. I feel like sometimes you just have to place your mind on disappointment. I feel that will make life lighter for us, because once, okay, let me give you a story, right? When I've given the story so many times, but I'll give it again and again and again. Okay, so when I got into university, I wasn't giving the course I wanted. I was giving anatomy. And then they told me, oh, if you get 4.5, you're going to switch. And I think the mistake I made was actually getting the 4.5 on the dot. But that's not a problem. I still got it. And then I was very optimistic about the whole change into medicine and surgery. And then I got to the um faculty, and the faculty officer was like, no, it has been shifted to 4.7. I was like, oh, is this a joke? My parents were with me, and I was really really sad. Then I went to the VC2 for the highest confirmation, so that I can confirm that okay, oh, there's no way out. And I went to the VC, and he was like, there's actually nothing you can do. It has been shifted from 4.5 to 4.7.
4.7.
And I was, that day when my results came out, I was very very happy. I was like, oh, I'm getting this thing. Oh, there is nothing that is going to stop it. And then all of a sudden, they said even if I bring the president, I'm not going to get it, because that's the rule that they've set for the. I was actually very disappointed. So now, and it broke me so much. I was very very heartbroken. But there's a friend that told me something. She said, Karen, sometimes you just have to place your mind on disappointment. It's not like you failed. You just have to place your. I know you believe in
True.
God, blah 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 blah, Christian things, but sometimes you just have to place your mind on disappointment, so that when that shock comes, it will not hit you and weigh you down so much. So I feel like there's a slight shame in saying you don't know. It makes life feel lighter sometimes.
But at the same time, when an individual says he doesn't know, person just look at him and be like, "Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't know his left from his right." And then there's this vibe that he's not prepared, he's not worthy to be around. As I don't know, Sha. That I think that happened to me once. I feel like individuals should just put in that uncertainty as part of that disappointment, like you said, as part of their lives and the things that they do. Like just when engaging a plan, just put your high hopes that this is what you get, but also plan for the worst. What if
Yes,
it
it
doesn't
doesn't
happen?
happen. Then you find an alternative.
An alternative, exactly. So that when it just happens, it doesn't happen like, ah, I wasn't expecting this. I think the average school setting has trained each and every one of us to just run away from failure, not knowing that that's really
Failure
part
makes
of
us.
that's what makes us successful. Yeah.
When I say I don't know to my friends, I'm sure in their head they're like, this girl, she don't know what she's doing. But before I can answer any question, I must think about it. Okay, if they ask me, how do you want to make money? What's your step? I have all these steps in my head, right? But the fear of saying it, and then that thing I said not coming to pass is the problem. And then at the end of the day, I just say, I don't know. I don't know. 'Cause I actually don't know. What if I say this and it actually doesn't work out?
There's actually beauty in that, not unknowing. Where how do I put this now? Um so there's this we'll cut on this side. Okay, I'll say life is beautiful somehow
Yeah.
when you don't know. Like in just that unknown state.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Like looking at the story of Abraham. Abraham, but yeah.
So add up.
Go down, man. You spoil him, go talk am again. I think it was Abraham that God said, leave your kindred into a land that I will show you. Like if you look at that thing from normal, if you look at it with common sense, I dey go place where I no know.
God say make you just go.
But him say make you just go. Like personally, this year I wrote out my plans. I wrote out the things that I wanted to achieve this year. And then sometimes when I look at the plan, I look at the things out there, I be like, I no plan this thing, but it happened,
True.
and they are good. They happened, but I didn't plan them. They were very okay, and I honestly bless God for them. But then they were not among what I intended. So I feel like persons, there are a lot of persons, and am personally one of them that personally just look at the life that I want, and then I specially analyze persons that are in that field, go down to their roots, start climbing up from their roots, and then start seeing the roads that they follow. Like, let me try following here. But sometimes the roads that they follow is not the roads that I should follow.
Results may vary. You might use the same steps and results may vary. And
And they
there's,
tell you,
there's another thing that most of us in this generation hmm, have used um to set out our goals, which is not meant to be, which is the social media comparison. Hmm. Just on one scroll, you see, this person is enjoying life. Oh, what is he doing?
sharp.
You enter the person's profile, you see a lot of this person is taking pictures in this nice apartment, enjoying his or herself, and you're like, I need to measure up to this person. This person has made it in life, and you don't even know what the person is going through. You don't know, okay, maybe the person just said, what, this 1 week I'm going to take myself out because I've been through a lot of mental draining whatever, and then the person just takes his or herself out, and then you see it, they're like, oh, this guy
Pressure.
don't blow pressure. So what do you have to say about that?
I feel like this social media you just spoke on now is like one of the major dictators of individuals' life. Like it's like a major thing. Like it has literally told persons when to do certain things. Like this thing has really dictated a whole lot of persons' life. Looking for instance, Bible no talk when individuals was married. But then there's a cultural age to get married. There's a
And
cultural age,
biological age
a
too
biological
for
age,
the women.
exactly, and a psychological age. So there's these certain ages that have been set. Their time, their ages to also get money, like to actually make money. They be like, "Aren't you too young to be in this sector?" Who says I'm too young? Or age limits to when person should get a job. Like there's just a whole lot of cultural timeline that has been set to achieve certain things. And then the social media is one major determinant. Like you said, just going to social media and then you see a particular lifestyle and be like, how?
I will
Like
emulate this. I
I
will copy
I,
this.
I want them.
See the
Like
latest Timberland.
like lately we've been on what they call it. We're currently in this entrepreneur age, and then you see I am 16 years and I've made my first $20 million. And I'd be like, it's not they do for my papa house.
In the person that is 16 years old that made his first $20 million, you don't know the amount of sleepless nights that person has spent.
Mm.
Most of us are not ready to face the sacrifice of making that amount of money. We just sit down, write a lot of goals to be achieved, and then at the end of the day, you have not done anything.
More
You have not
realistic
made any
goals.
steps to achieving those goals. So, but at the same time, don't overpressure yourself, please. Take it one step at a time.
Especially this continent, Africa. There's a whole lot of things that has been said, and then persons like I feel like this continent, other than other continents, them Asians and Europeans, like they are a lot faster in literally every single thing. And then if you look at it, it's literally cultural limits that has been set. I feel like we should stop follow. Not that we should stop. Some of them are literally out there to really guide us because to an extent, persons really go haywire and then make sense. So there are certain things that Omo one needs to create his own plans on them and follow them. For instance, a very young person in the Western world would be like at his 8, 10, 12. You see the person already engaging in business. Versus like I normally go to the media and then I normally see this young Korean guy. He's already a streamer. He's already making the money that some persons are dreaming to. And then he's already solving a problem. He's already engaging his dream. You see someone young and talented out there, and then as long as the parent just sees those style of talents, and then they begin to engage the young guy in a whole lot of things. But here in Nigeria, in Africa, especially this continent, it's honestly otherwise. I know we're still rising, and then
Can you imagine? You need to have CV. You need to have CV before you can start working. But abroad now, you can be
which
in
CV?
university and you'll be working. You see? So I just feel like okay, maybe having it all figured out isn't about having a plan. It's having peace with the process. And we don't need to have all the answers right now. We just need to be open to becoming what we want to be. So yeah.
I think I'm going to speak from a very religious perspective. Like
Wow.
judging from Abraham's story, I feel like that should be what everyone should also do. There's a scripture in Isaiah that says, and I hear it a voice from behind saying, this is the path to walk here in it. So I feel like certain plans are quite beautiful, but giving God those plans and then giving him the eraser to erase out the ones that don't fit us is very nice. Exactly. So when we walk through those paths and then we just get to a certain point, there are two roads, two pathways to different destinations.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need a decision. If he doesn't say anything, you stay there. If he says something, you move. I think we should learn to also try and hear. That should be a thing. That should be a thing we should cultivate.
Yeah. Your guys.
Yeah.
So now we're
And
just going to ask
stop
questions.
letting the society dictate your life.
Stop letting the society dictate your life.
You own it.
You own your life. Nobody owns it. wait, wait, I'm going to ask him a question. Do you ever feel guilty for not knowing the next step to take?
Very much. Like you don't know your next step, and then your next step might have two other parts, and then you'll be like, where are these parts leading to?
Positive or negative?
Positive or negative? What do I do? So a very big yeah. I say, why do we measure success by how much we've achieved instead of how much we've grown?
Okay, I think it's because most of the time we don't feel grateful enough for the little things we've achieved. And I feel it's high time we as individuals start celebrating little wins. So I think most people focus on what they've not achieved rather than focusing on the little ones that you've been achieving a while ago. So it's all about gratitude at the end of the day.
So I feel like there are questions that frequently bug us as young individuals and even elderlies as well. I think the comment section is down below. Please drop them. Like, would love to hear them and then invite elderlies and then they will help answer these questions alongside with us. Thank you so very much.
You can't figure out your life in advance. You just have to take it step by step. Understand life in reverse. Let me tell you what I mean. When I mean in reverse, if you made mistake in the past, you can do well to make amends and not repeat the mistakes. And you don't have to rush to a finish line that doesn't even exist. Take it easy on yourself, guys. Okay.
We have a store on Instagram and it's Succeders store and this is one of our products. Please do well to place your orders, follow the page and stay tuned for more amazing things.
like,
share,
share,
and
and
subscribe.
comment. Please, I'll do that part again. Okay. Please
Please like,
like,
share,
share,
and comment.
comment, and subscribe.
And subscribe, yeah.
Please, let's do it again.
Like,
Wait, 1, 2, 3, go. Please
like,
like,
share,
share, comment,
comment,
and
and subscribe.
subscribe.
Very necessary.
Bye, guys.